Hey, what's going on, YouTube? This is Big Zay. It's a Sports Picks with Big Zay. I'm going to give y'all my MLB slate for Saturday, August 13th, 2022. Now, we got a lot of games on the board, so I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. First game, we got the Braves at the Marlins. We got Ian Anderson against Jesus Luzardo. And in this game, I'm going to take the Marlins plus 1.5 here. You see, the Marlins is used to Ian Anderson. This is his fourth time going up against this Marlins team. He's done pitched 16 innings, and he got 17 hits, 10 earned runs, and 3 home runs to a Marlins team that, although they without Jazz Chisholm Jr. right now, he really wasn't a factor in the games that he played. There was 2 games where he was 0 for 4. And the Marlins still got it done on the offensive side. And Jesus Luzardo, he's done pitched 1 time against this Braves team. He got 5 innings played. He gave up 2 hits and only 1 earned run. He had a real solid start. I think he's good enough to limit this Braves offense. I'm going to take the Marlins plus 1.5. Next game, we got Guardians at the Blue Jays. We got Tristan McKenzie going up against Mitch White. And in this one, I got to take the Guardians plus 1.5. You see the Guardians plus 1.5 cash yesterday. It was a blowout win. And Tristan McKenzie is the type of guy that he's past couple games, he's been pitching lights out. And he's going against a Blue Jays offense that just been iffy at times to me, especially these last few games. And Mitch White, he just got traded. And he only got 60 innings played with only 49 Ks and already 20 walks. His walks do scare me a little bit. I'm going to take the Guardians plus 1.5. Next game, we got the Orioles at the Rays. We got Spencer Watkins and Shane McClanahan. And in this one, I'm going to take the Rays on the first 5 innings. I think Shane McClanahan's the way better starter on the mound. I think he's the way better pitcher. And last time these two teams faced, the Orioles did get the win, 5-3 win. But Spencer Watkins, he pitched 5 innings and he had 10 hits and only gave up 3 earned runs. That's very surprising. To give up 10 hits to a team like the Rays and only give up 3 earned runs. I wouldn't say the Orioles got on the lucky side, but I would say that's one of the luckier games for the Orioles, considering Shane McClanahan has 7 innings. He only gave up 2 hits and 2 earned runs. It was a really good, solid inning for him. He really lost that game because the Rays bullpen. So I'm gonna take the Rays on the first 5 innings. Next game, we got the Cubs at the Reds. We got Adrian Sampson and Graham Ashcraft. And the thing about it with Graham Ashcraft, Adrian Sampson hasn't went up against his Reds lineup this year, but Graham Ashcraft has. And last time he went up against the Cubs, it was not pretty. He lost 15-7. The Reds lost 15-7. He only pitched 2 innings. They had to relieve him. He gave up 7 hits and 7 earned runs in 2 innings. That's just not gonna cut it. Against a Cubs team that, if you do give them base hits like he gave last time, they will eat you alive. So. In this one, I'm going to take the Cubs on the money line. You got the Cubs on the plus money. That's a plus money play I'm going to give today. I'm going to take the Cubs on the plus money. Next game, we got the Padres at the Nationals. We got Yu Darvish and Anibal Sanchez. And Anibal Sanchez's last 3 games, he's gave up 14 earned runs. That's a guy I cannot back. I'm going to take the Padres -1.5 again here. You see yesterday the -1.5 cashed. I'm going to take the -1.5 here, and that's going to be my pick in that game. Next game, we got the Braves at the Marlins. And this game, we got Spencer Strider for the Braves and the Marlins. We do not have a pitcher for this game. And I really wish I knew the pitcher for the Marlins because, if it was Sandy Alcantara pitching, I'm going to have to take the Marlins on the money line. But if it's anybody other than Sandy Alcantara, I think Spencer Strider's good enough to keep this Braves game in it. I'm going to take the Braves on the money line depending on who the Marlins pitcher is. If y'all see Sandy Alcantara pitching tomorrow, take the Marlins on the money line. But if it's not anybody besides Sandy, I'm going to take the Braves on the money line. I think Strider's good enough that anybody besides Sandy, the Braves got a good shot at winning that game. Next game, we got the Tigers at the White Sox. We got Matt Manning against Lucas Giolito. And I swear to Matt Manning, he's been pitching pretty good for the Tigers. You see, the last game he went 7 innings against the Tampa Bay Rays and gave up 0 earned runs. And that's a Rays team that's hitting righties a little bit better than the White Sox is. And Lucas Giolito done went up against this Tigers team twice, and they lost both times. A 5-4 loss and a 7-5 loss. Maybe the Tigers just get to him a little bit. But I'm going to take the Tigers on a plus 1.5 I might sprinkle some on the money line, but my best bet for this game is the Tigers plus 1.5. If the White Sox do win, I think they win by 1, you know. So I'm going to take the Tigers on a plus 1.5 in this spot. Next game, we got the Dodgers at the Royals. We got Andrew Heaney against Brad Keller. And Andrew Heaney is a lefty, and we've seen this Royals offense have been coming alive when it comes to left-hand pitching. They're hitting lefties really well, more efficient than it was at the beginning of the season. And Brad Keller got a high ERA. He's going against a Dodgers lineup that's just crushing righties. You know, the Dodgers on an offensive tear right now. I'm going to take the over 9. I think this total's high for a reason. I'm going to take the over 9, and that's going to be my pick in that game. Next game, we got the Athletics at the Astros. And we got the Athletics don't have no pitcher for this game, but the Astros do got Lance McCullers Jr. And that's enough for me to take the Astros on the run line. Astros negative 1.5. You see, he's very familiar with this Athletics team. He's done pitched 17 innings against this Athletics team. He only gave up 11 hits and 4 earned runs. You know, 4 earned runs in 3 games faced. That's really good. I think he's the better option on the mound between any Athletics pitcher that they can put against this man. I'm going to take the Astros negative 1.5. Next game, we got the Phillies against the Mets. We got Aaron Nola against Jacob deGrom. And, you know, Jacob deGrom hasn't won against his Phillies team yet, but Aaron Nola is very familiar with this Mets team. He got 9 innings played against his Mets team. He done gave up 10 hits and 6 earned runs. He gave up 3 earned runs both games he's played against this Mets. And I'm not sure that the Phillies offense is gonna be a threat to Jacob deGrom. You see deGrom against the Braves, only 1 earned run, and that was off of a home run. Matter of fact, he gave up 2 earned runs off of a home run. You know, I think this is a 3-2 game, 4-2 type of game. The over and under set at 6.5 for a reason it's really low. I'm not gonna take the 6.5. I don't want the half to run to kill me. But I'm going to take the under 7. I'm going to do an alternate run. I'm going to take the under 7 in the Phillies and Mets game. Next game, we got the Brewers at the Cardinals. And, boy, we was riding the Cardinals yesterday, and they looked good yesterday. But, see, this time we got Corbin Burns on the mound against Adam Wainwright. And Adam Wainwright got 13 innings played against his Brewers team. And in 13 innings played, he got 25 hits and 11 earned runs. The Brewers are just crushing him every time he gets on the mound. And you look at Corbin Burns on the other hand, he got 2 games against this White Sox team. He got 14 innings played. He pitched 7 innings both games. He only gave up 4 hits in both games and 0 earned runs. The Cardinals haven't found an answer for him. I'm going to take the Brewers at negative 130. We got a good price. I don't see why the Brewers is more big favorites here. I'm going to take the Brewers at negative 130. Next pick, we got the Yankees at the Red Sox. We got Frankie Montas at Cutter Crawford. And Cutter Crawford got 7 innings played against this Yankees team. And he's only gave up 8 hits and 1 earned run. He's been pitching lights out for this Red Sox team as of late. You see against the Astros, he only gave up a couple runs to the Astros. You know, he's pitching lights out. And Frankie Montas, on the other hand, Frankie Montas is a mediocre pitcher. And I don't think people give him enough credit where he deserves, where the credit is due. You know, they got this total set a little too high for me. It's over 9.5. I'm going to take the alternate run and do under 10. You know, when it comes to that half a run, y'all try to alternate it because I hate losing by half a run. You know, at least at an over and under 10, if it's 10 exact, we can get a push. If it's a 6-4 type of game, you know. So I'm going to take the under 10, and that's going to be my free pick in that game. Next game, we got the Mariners at the Rangers. We got Marco Gonzalez at Dane Dunning. And Dane Dunning, he got 16 innings played against this Mariners team, and he's gave up 13 hits and 7 earned runs in 4 games against the Mariners. You know, I mean, that's not the best stats, but I think that's good enough to keep the Rangers close in this game. You know, the Rangers love hitting lefties. You know, we seen the last time they went up against a left-hand pitcher, they did extremely well. You know, Marco Gonzalez, you know, he's a pitcher I don't like to back up a lot, but in this particular instance, I'm gonna fade him. You know, I'm going to take the Rangers plus 1.5. I think that's the best bet for this game. Dane Dunning got experience with this Mariners lineup. I think he can keep them to a minimum. And I'm going to take the Rangers plus 1.5. That's going to be my free pick in that game. Now, the next game, we got the Diamondbacks against the Rockies. We got Zach Gallen against Jose Urena. And, boy, I just think Zach Gallen is the far better pitcher on the mound. You know, he got 18 innings played against this Rockies team. He gave up 15 hits and 7 earned runs in 18 innings. You know, that's really, really good. And you look at Jose Urena on the other hand, he got 6 innings played against his Diamondbacks. He's only went up against his Diamondbacks one time. But in 6 innings, he gave up 7 hits, 3 earned runs, and 2 home runs. As a guy that I don't want to trust him going against the Diamondbacks lineup that's just crushing righties, I'm going to take the Diamondbacks on the money line in this game. Next game, we got the Pirates at the Giants. You know, and the Pirates, they don't have no pitcher for this game, but the Giants got Logan Webb. You know, Logan Webb, 142 innings played, 115 strikeouts, only 10 home runs in 142 innings. He's one of the better pitchers in this league, you know, a top 10 pitcher in this league. You know, and I think the Giants' offense is good enough to hang with the Pirates' offense. You see, the Pirates been off and on lately. They're just too iffy. You know, just seeing that Logan Webb's on the mound for the Giants, I'm going to take the Giants -1.5. And that's going to be my pick in that game. Next game, we got the Twins at the Angels, the last game of the day. We got Dylan Bundy going against Ray Detmers. And, you know, Ray Detmers, I think, is a better pitcher on the mound here. But I still don't trust Angels' bullpen in this game. You know, even if Detmers limits this Twins offense, I feel like the bullpen is going to give up Twins runs late in the game. You know, this total set just too low for me. I'm going to take the over 8 runs. You know, I can see the Angels getting to Dylan Bundy. I can see Dylan Bundy giving up 3, maybe 4 earned runs to the Angels in this 5 innings played. And I can see Reed Detmers giving up a little 3 earned runs. You know, I can see the game being 4-3, 5-3 going in the 6th, 7th inning. And the bullpen just give it up for him. You know, the Twins bullpen has been letting us down. And the Angels bullpen been letting us down all season. I don't trust neither one of the bullpens. I'm going to go to over 8 in this game. And I think that's the best bet for this game. Hey, YouTube, this has been Sports Picks with Big Zay. Man, I just appreciate everything, y'all. I've been looking at my YouTube lately, and my views have gone out the roof. I'm getting a couple hundred views on videos now. I'm getting more subscribers, you know, and it's all because of y'all. You know, ain't none of this possible without y'all. You know, y'all sit there and watch the videos. You know, y'all make the bets. Hey, I'm trying to eat together as a community. You know, drop likes on these videos. Please subscribe, share these videos, and go in the comments. Let me know what you got for the day. You know, let me know what you got. Send me your tickets. You know, tell me what y'all favorite games. Tell me what y'all disagree on. You know, we can always have talks in the comments as well, people. I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all. This is Big Zay. I'm out, YouTube. God bless. Everybody, let's come up all August, baby. We hitting the books hard. This is Big Zay, and I'm out, YouTube.